All right, so here we are back again. Um, we just saved out in the previous video. We kind of worked with the different layers and we've saved out two different collages. Um, the next thing I wanted to show you was to incorporate an image in text. Um, that seems to be a popular thing that people like, and it's a great effect when it's used well, I think. So I agree with you. Um, and to do that, I'm going to turn off those layers really quick. I'm going to get my type tool. All right. And I think this effect works well when your text, there's a really thick font that you use. So I got my type tool, I clicked and dragged, and recently, Photoshop, they drop in some words for you, just for placement, I guess. But you can actually just retype, and I want to put and all right, so this font's not bad. One kind of bold font or typeface. Let's see what I've got. I suggest having a bold typeface for a word or for like an effect like this, because if it isn't, then you won't be able to see the things in the words. Does that make sense? And I want to bring out the character palette so I can affect the size of the type a little bit more, make it span the whole width, right? I want to make the lines a little bit closer together. So it's usually customary to have like maybe three. This number would be three more than this one. You can adjust as needed. There's no hard, fast rule in this particular situation. But I also can, and I will, I'm going to rotate my type. So I make sure I select that type layer, and I'm going to go to Edit, Free Transform. Okay, I'm going to drag it so it's a little bit bigger and hit Return to apply it. And I'm trying to kind of remix my combination of things. So bad. Okay. Sure, this will work out, but we'll see. You can always try. All right, so what I've done is I've put type, whatever I want, in a layer above the drawing. And I essentially want this drawing to kind of appear in the letter forms, okay, inside it. And so fast way to do that is I'm going to hold down my Option key, okay, hold down my Option key and hover at that line right between the two layers. So this is me pressing it down, the Option key, letting it go, pressing it down, letting it go. So I'm going to keep it pressed down, and then I'm going to click with my trackpad or mouse. And it didn't happen. Oh, sorry. Second time. You're going to put the drawing above the bloom and grow. And there it is. Do it. So I'm going to do that again. So you're going to put the drawing or whatever that image is that you want to appear inside your text. I'm going to put it above it. Make sure they're both visible. Okay. And then you're going to hold down your Option key and click. And you still have the ability, watch this, to move your image. So if you wanted that to kind of, that eyeball to peek through, you can, or you can just use the texture. Okay? I'm gonna save that while I'm working. And another thing that we haven't really talked about, and sometimes, you know, people want a layer of color in there. You can add a brand new layer. Okay, so layer 1, and you can fill it with a color. So make sure you select that layer, go to Edit, Fill. Here you can ask it to fill it with the foreground color, which is this one that's in the foreground, the background color, which is that one in the back, or you can hit color and you can select a color of your choosing, or you can find a color in that image or the type that already exists. So I kind of want to go a little bit more blue and click OK. And it actually gives you the option of like normal mode or one over the layer effects. I'm going to pick normal. And the opacity, I'm going to keep it at 100. Preserve transparency, you don't have to check that if you don't want to. You can see what happens. I'm not sure exactly what that does off the top of my head right now. You click OK, and it makes it just a color layer. There it is. If you want, you can move it above the drawing and then apply a layer effect. Right? So you can actually, ooh, I like this one. This different. Use that. All right, and I'm gonna save this, my work in progress, and I'm gonna save this as my third collage. So I'm gonna go to File, Save As. I'm gonna go to TIFF. I'm gonna make this for collage 3. All of these defaults are fine. Click OK. Oh, that's all. I'm gonna go back. Forgot to check one box. Save as. Okay, as a TIFF. And you're gonna uncheck layers. And I'm gonna do photo collage 3. Save. And click OK. All right, so that's my third one. Image in text. And how to insert a layer of color. So you have a lot of flexibility. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to finish the 5 different collages. And I think I'm gonna recycle some of the other images from my first couple collages because I think it's gonna all look different too, depending on how I use them. But you know, next time we'll finish it so you can kind of see how that works. And then we'll have one more video so you can see how you can place these collage images into your InDesign layout. And then we'll go from there. All right, so till the next video. And don't forget to save.